we're back. We're back with another episode, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Chris's podcast. I am happy to be here again for another week. I really want to try and be consistent with this podcast because, like I mentioned before in my last episode, I'm really trying to use this as a outsource, or what's it called? I never know what that word is. What is it? Like output? Um, fuck, I don't know the word, but fuck, it's like out something. I don't know, but anyways, I'm back to be here. I'm back to be here. Oh my god, this is literally why I cannot have a podcast. But welcome to another episode. I'm excited to be here again today with you guys to just talk about a whole bunch of stuff and what I'm feeling. And if you guys watched my last episode, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. I really want to build a community with people who feel the same way as I do. And we're still getting there. We're still working through it. But I hope you guys are doing good today. I hope everyone is well and happy and positive. Remember, guys, like being happy is a choice. Like you are literally in control of your emotions and choose to be positive because fuck all that negativity. We don't need any of that over here. And with that being said, as you can see by the title of today's episode, today we're going to be talking about life and the pressure that comes with having to have everything figured out. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm always stressing about something. I'm always overthinking. I'm always looking into the future and being like, oh my God, like I don't have anything figured out right now. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. And then just seeing like people you went to school with and like your coworkers, just hearing about how, they finished school or how they're getting the job that they want and this and that. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I hear that someone is like graduating college or that they got like a good ass paying job, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong with my life. Like it makes me feel like I'm failing at life and I just like don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? And I'm here to tell you that it's okay to not have everything figured out right now. And I personally struggle with like comparing my life to others. I don't know why I do that, but I know that it's not okay for like the mental health to be like, damn, like they're finishing school, they're doing so good in life, and I'm over here still working a fucking minimum ass paying job and I'm doing nothing. And you know, I had to learn over the years that everyone is on different paths in their life, and just because your life is not what their life their life looks like, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that you're not doing what you're supposed to. Like I want to tell you guys something that happened the other day that literally almost broke me down into tears. So I was coming home from work the other day, and I live in like this neighborhood where there's like a lot of kids, and um there's just a lot of kids playing around. And I was coming home this one day and I parked my car, and I seen these two little boys. One of them was riding their bike and the other one was riding their scooter. And so I'm driving down and I'm parking in front of my house, and I see these two kids looking at me or looking at my car. And I could tell that one of them wanted to like kind of tell me something. So I'm sitting in the car just waiting to see if they're going to like go, and they don't. And so I'm finally getting out of the car and I'm like getting my stuff. I open the door, I get out, and I'm like starting to walk to inside my house. And so picture this, right? So like my house is right here, and there's like a park. There's like a park in the middle of, it's like a U. It's kind of like a dead end. It's not a dead end, but there's like a park. And then the whole road down is like a grass area with like trees, and there's houses all around, like a picture like a U, right? Park right here, and then there's houses over here. So I parked on the curb that was right next to the park, and I have to like walk across the street to get to my house, which is over here, right? So I'm like starting to walk to my house, and then I hear, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "My friend asked if you could rev your car." Y'all, when I heard that, I dead ass wanted to fucking cry. Like, these little innocent kids just playing outside, not a worry in the world, right? And I tell him, I'm like, "Oh, my car's not loud. It's okay." So my car, it looks like a sporty car because when I bought the car, it had already been like modified. So it looks like a sport car, but it's literally just like a Honda Civic with like a couple mods, right? So to their eyes, it looks like it's a sporty car. So I tell him, I'm like, "Oh, like my car's not that loud." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he points across the street. He's like, "What about that one?" And it's my brother's girlfriend's car who has the same car as me. And I was like, "No, like these cars aren't loud. Like they just look sporty, but they're not like loud, you know?" But my other brother, he has I believe it's a like a 2015 50 Mustang, right? And so I tell him, I'm like, "Oh, like if you ever see a guy going into the red Mustang, that one is pretty loud. So if you ever see him, come over here and tell him and he'll rev it for you." And he was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And he just like strolls away with his buddy. And I'm like, literally children, innocent children. And that made me wonder. I was like, damn, I remember when I was a kid and I didn't have phones, I didn't have TV, I didn't have nothing. I would always just be outside playing, touching grass. And it just really made me think, like, damn, like, why are we tripping over life? Adulthood is so, it comes with like a lot of like pros and cons, right? Like you turn 18, you're growing up, you get a job. You know, before 18, you were like a child. You didn't really have a lot of duties, responsibilities. Like, yeah, you had school and stuff, but it was never nothing like crazy like an adult, right? So it just opened up my eyes, and I was like, damn, why am I stressing over not having anything figured out right now? Because if you think about it, we have our whole lives ahead of us. We have so much. So I'm only 24. Like I still have about like 35 years before I hit 50. And it's like, you know how much you can get done in like a little bit of in a little bit of time. Did I word that right? I don't know if I worded that right. But you can get so much done in a short amount of time. And it made me think, like, why am I tripping if I'm not going to school right now? Why am I tripping if I'm just working to pay off a little bit of debt? You know? And so I'm here to tell you guys that it's okay to not have everything figured out right now, because you have your whole life to do it. We only live once. And I say, just have fun right now. Have fun with it. Do what you can, build some interest, figure out what you like, and then maybe pursue something in the future, right? So I also want to say this too. So I want to give some words of encouragement, right? I definitely want better for myself, because right now I'm working at a warehouse. I work at Amazon. You guys know Amazon, right? I'm sure y'all know Amazon. So I work at Amazon. I work 10-hour shifts sometimes cuz I be leaving early some days cuz girl, ain't no one trying to work 10-hour shifts, right? But So I work this job and like it's cool. It's a cool paying job. Gets the bills paid. I can still save a little bit of money. And I have an interest in content creation, of course. My dream, my career is to be a full-time content creator and have a podcast and make YouTube videos and hopefully one day make it to Hollywood because I don't know, I feel like I have a little spark in me. I feel like I could be an actor. I feel like I could be an online persona. I feel like I could, get some attention. But anyways, besides that, right? So I have goals for myself and I have dreams that I want to achieve someday, right? And YouTube content creation, it's one of those things where you don't know like what's gonna happen. Like anything can happen. I could blow up today. I could blow up in a few weeks. I could blow up in a few years. But the key to it is having consistency because if you post a video, it doesn't do good. It's normal to feel a little bit discouraged. It's normal to feel like, maybe this isn't gonna work out for me, right? It's normal to feel like that. But shit like this doesn't happen overnight. So that's what I'm saying. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do right now because you have your whole life to think about it. And it's never too late. For example, like if you wanted to go to school, it's never too late to go to school because maybe you just didn't have the time to do it or you don't have the time to do it right now or compared to like maybe like your classmates, like they probably had everything handed to them and they were probably given an opportunity to go to school and get their education to get to where they're at right now. And you probably didn't have that. I didn't have that. I accumulated debt like at 18 years old because that's when you like can apply for credit cards and you can like do all this shit, get cars under your name and everything, right? And I definitely was not handed like a scholarship to go to school. I wasn't giving any of that. I had to work for everything myself. I'm still working for everything myself. So that's why I say just because you can't do it right now doesn't mean that you can't do it in the future because not to say that college is like the only place or the only thing that you could do to for sure get a career. Like there's other things that you could pursue, right? I think my key point here is wanting something for yourself. Like you should have a dream. You should have a goal. Even if it's not going to school or like content creation or doing whatever, like having a business or joining like a trade school or having little side hustles, it's I think it's very important to want better for yourself because I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I don't want to be working at Amazon for the rest of my life. Like, yeah, it's a cool job, it gets the bills paid, but I don't want to settle for a minimum paying job when I know that I could achieve more, especially with like my personality and just the person I portray myself to be. I know that I could be in a better place, but like I said, it's just maybe not the right time or like there's other things that you have to take care of in order to get to that spot. And that's totally okay. There's no reason to feel ashamed or feel behind or feel like a failure just because you see people around you being at that spot or being at that spot already, right? So I am 24 years old, right? And I'm going back to school. I actually start in 2 weeks and I'm really excited. I've always had a dream of working in the medical field and not like I'm not talking like RN or like a doctor or anything, but I want to be an x-ray technician because I think there's a lot of modalities that you could go into with radiology and I've always been interested in that and that's something that I definitely want to do. And not only that specifically, but just completing an education, like getting an associate's degree or getting a bachelor's degree, no one in my family has ever, like, I'm first generation, like I'm gonna be first generation. And I just wanna be a good role model for my brothers, like, because let me tell you right now, my brothers, out of five siblings, you know, I don't know who, like, what my audience is, but I'm a gay man, right? And there are a whole bunch of straight men, and judging by the looks of it, I don't think they want to go to school. So I'm hoping that maybe I could, like, knock some sense into them, or not knock some sense into them, but like persuade them and be a role model to maybe then make them want to be like, okay, like I want better for myself, because I want better for them too. You know, I want them to have a good paying job, and I want them to build a career and, you know, set themselves up for success in the future. And going to school and completing an education, like getting a degree, that's been a goal of mine since I was younger. Like I knew that I always wanted to go to school, but like I said, I wasn't able to get the opportunity because I didn't have like the stability to do so. And right now, I'd say that I'm like kind of have a little bit of wiggle room to get some classes out the way, because the radiology program that I'm trying to get into, you do need a couple prereqs, and for me it's like 5 or 6 classes that I need to take, and I only need three more. I'm only taking one class this semester coming up, and that's another thing too. You gotta go at your own pace, okay? Because there's other people going to school taking like 5, 6 classes, fucking like 20 credits on their semester, and it's like, damn, like if I could take the 20 credits, I would, but girl, like I gotta pay some bills, right? So I'm gonna take one class, and I think by the end of this year, I should have a little bit more of a wiggle room, so I'll be able to take more classes next semester and take some more time off of work. And for me, like for example, I like have like a car payment insurance, and I pay rent and all that stuff, and it's kind of hard to like not be able to work and pay those bills, right? So I'm gonna eliminate some of that debt before the end of the year, so it's easier for me to take time off of work to do more school, because school definitely takes a lot of time, takes a lot of work, and you really have to like show up for yourself in order to successfully complete the classes in the semester. So I don't know what other people's situations might be, but like it could be the same thing as me. Like they probably have a lot of bills too, and it's hard to go to school, or maybe some people just don't have that drive to want to go to school. And like I said, school is not the only thing that you could do to build a career. Like you can make your own business, you could do content creation, whatever it is, you could do anything that you put your mind to. And you just have to believe it. You have to be delusional in order for the things that you want to come to life. And I don't know if you guys know anything about manifestation, but you can literally manifest anything you want for your life, whether that's speaking it into existence, or writing it down in a journal, whatever it may be. Say it out loud. Say, I am successful. I am going to be I am something. Um, and then doesn't just have to be career wise. It could be like maybe self esteem. Like you could be like, I'm beautiful, I'm pretty, I'm doing so good, I'm so happy. Like say that shit out loud so you could feel it. And the more you feel it in the moment that you say it, even if you sound crazy, just say it, because you never know what could happen. Whatever you put out into the universe is gonna come right back to you. So, girl, whatever you want, just say it out loud, and I promise you it will come true. You just have to believe it. So, with that being said, thank you for what. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine I'll end the video. Um, but yeah, just want more for yourself. Please don't settle. I mean, even if you do settle, it's understandable, because there's people out there. Oh, my screen is about to turn off, and I cannot have this cut off on me. It's you don't know what people's situations are. Some people probably just can't afford or have the time to go to school, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like my dad, wasn't giving he wasn't given the what's the word? Like the opportunities like how I was, Thankfully, like I'm still live with my parents. I have a lot of wiggle room. If I really wanted to, I could make the time to go to school and stuff. But my dad and my mom, they never got that. So that's another thing that like really drives my want to want better for myself, because I want to prove to my parents that you could do it. And not even that, but I want to give back to them because I know that they did a lot for us growing up. Like I know that it was hard for them to take care of us financially, and I just want to give back to them. That's literally my dream. That's literally the only thing that I want to do. Like if I make it on YouTube, which I know I will, I'm going to give back to them so much, and I'm going to relieve some of that stress that they probably carry from all the years. And I just want to be better. I want to be better, not just for me, but for them, my family, and a lot of my friends. Like, you best believe that if I like make it, girl, I'm gonna take care of everybody. I'm gonna take care of everybody, no matter who you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. But that is the message of the day, to just want better for yourself, because who doesn't want better for themselves? I also know that a lot of us, or I don't know if, well, no, yeah, definitely there is a lot of us who overthink. I overthink a lot. I overthink the littlest things. I'm always worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in the future. And overthinking can be a blessing and it can be a curse, because it's okay to like want to have everything figured out to make sure that you're okay. But then if you overdo it, it can become to a point where it's like, why are you worrying about the future when you could be just living in the present? And that's so important, because you can only control so much. It's kind of like, for example, if you're having like a fallout with one of your friends and you're messaging them and they're not messaging you back, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, they're probably feeling this way, or they're thinking this about me, they're thinking that. You don't know what they're thinking about because you're not in their head. You don't know how they're moving or what they're thinking because you're not there with them. Like you're not like you're not in their head, you're not hearing what they're thinking about. And so if you take that and apply it to yourself, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, the next day. You don't know anything. You can only control what's in present time. And I am still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to like make that click in my head, because I just overthink the worst things, and I'm trying to tell myself to just stay in the present time, because that's what you can control and that's where you're at right now. And yeah, I think I'm just like I'm just a very emotional person. I think I just like to have everything figured out, or like I like knowing what's going to happen, because I hate the unknown. I hate not knowing anything. Like I hate just not knowing, just and I'm already an anxious person at that. In my last episode, I did talk about anxiety and how I'm learning to navigate a sober life. I am still continuing my sobriety. Today, I'm actually 17 days sober off marijuana. Haven't felt better. I don't want to say too much because I am going to do a podcast episode when I hit the 30 days. And all I'm going to say is that I feel really good. My anxiety, I think anxiety is also like another one of those things that relates to overthinking because you're anxious, you're anxious, you don't know what's going to happen. You're trying to like your brain is like scrambling trying to figure everything out. And ever since I stopped smoking, like my anxiety definitely toned down a bit. And I was not expecting that because I always thought anxiety kind of anxiety. I thought like smoking calmed me down, but it actually heightened those emotions. And I feel good. I feel really good. I've been trying to stay focused. And if you guys didn't listen to that last episode, go listen to it. I talk about like an experience that I had that really shifted my like brain thinking mindset. I don't know the words, but it really shifted everything for me for sure. And just the way that I look at life now is so much more different. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to go back to school, because when I tried going to school back, cuz I've been in school like I've taken little classes little by little over the last couple of years. Like I started my first semester back in 2022, and I started school when I was 20 years old, and I'm 24 now. So I've been like kind of on and off with school, but like I said, it's always been something that I knew I wanted to do. And I think a problem with not being able to complete my prereqs the last couple of years was because I was smoking. And when you smoke, at least for me, I would always get distracted and I would always feel like I don't know, it just made it really hard for me to like give a fuck. Like I just did not care about school. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes I still have that for example, this the class that I'm gonna start in 2 weeks, like I could feel my anxiety peaking and being like, girl, do you really want to do this? Like it's the overthinking and the scaring, that's the anxiety that's stopping me from go to school. But I'm trying to tell myself like, bro, you want to fucking work at Amazon the rest of your life? Or do you want to work in the medical field and have a good ass fucking paying job? Because I don't want to work at Amazon for the rest of my life. Like I see, I'm not trying to shade anybody's parents, friends, or whoever who work at Amazon and that's like the career, because you can move up at Amazon. Like I even thought about moving up, but like I see like older men and women, like I'm talking maybe like 50, 60, still working at Amazon, and I'm like, damn, like it just makes me sad because they probably just didn't have the opportunities to go to school when they were younger. And like I feel for them. I get that. And I'm not taking something negative from that. I'm actually taking something positive from it and being like, I want better for myself. Like I want to just not go down that path because I don't know. It just makes me really sad when I think about it. Like if I could go back in time and like tell them like go to school, and or just try to like motivate them or want them to want to go to school, like I could, like I would. If I could build a time machine right now, girl, we'd be fucking going back to like 20 years ago, being like, girl, go to school. But okay, now I'm just being silly. Now I'm just being silly. But yeah, and I also want to talk about me being an empath. I mean, if I could even say the word, um, I feel like I'm an empath for real because literally anywhere that I go, um, like one common thing that happens to me is I'm like walking around work and I'm walking around my building and I'm going to the break room. Let's say I'm going to the break room and I'm literally gonna. I see someone just sitting down. I'm getting teary eyed. Damn. See, and they're not even here. I see someone just sitting down at the little table in the break room, sitting by themselves, eating their little sandwich, and like, fuck. Like it's like I could just feel like a wave of energy coming off of them. And sometimes I just want to get up and go sit with them and just ask them how their day's going. Imagine they're like, "Can you get the fuck away from me?" I wouldn't even be surprised if they did, because some people really just don't want to talk. But anyways, that's besides the point. But just when I see someone in their natural state, just living, like, I don't know, it just makes me sad. Why does that make me sad? Like they're literally just eating. Like why is that like tearing me up inside? I don't know. I guess I just think of like the endless possibilities of like what's probably going on in their life, and I just want to help people and make people feel better and comfort people. It just I'm an empath. Yeah, I'm on like a superhero. That's like my power. I've been watching the X-Men movies a lot recently with my partner. And girl, those movies are fucking good. Like I didn't know the mutants and like all the fucking demons were like anyways, sorry. Going off track. But yeah, just people are so fucking precious. I love people. I love seeing people eat, especially when they're by themselves and they're like an older person and they're just eating their food. I'm like, please let me go sit with you. The other day too, I went to McDonald's. All right. I went to McDonald's and we were going to the drive-through, and I was with my boyfriend. We saw this homeless guy, and he was sitting down and he had a sign and it just said hungry. Oh my god. Mind you, we're going through the drive-through about to fucking have a feast. We saw him with the sign, and I'm telling my boyfriend, I'm like, babe, like we have to give him something. Like I don't feel okay knowing that we're about to eat good and he's hungry. And so he pulls out a couple bucks from his wallet. I'm scrambling to get change for my car. Girl, with everything that we got, we gave the man like probably like 10 bucks. And I'm going to the drive through. My boyfriend literally gets out while we're in the drive through and goes to get him the change. And the man looks so happy. He looks so happy. I think he went inside McDonald's even too to get himself a little burger. And then he also gave him what are those bars called? It's like a Vieta or V something. It was like a peanut butter like cracker type of like granola bar or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. But he gave him that also, and we go through the drive through and we pass by him again, and we just see him. He was just like, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry right now because it's like, dude, people, if I could help every single homeless person right now, I would. And I just, in the future, if I ever get to a spot where I'm like rich or something, which I know that I am, I'm gonna help the homeless so much. I'm gonna feed the homeless. I'm gonna give them, because like, dude, they probably had a hard ass life and they just unfortunately got to that place, and I just want to help them. I want to make them feel better. But that's not even that too. Like after we passed by and saw him, we saw another lady. We saw another lady with a dog. She was like in the corner of the parking lot. And I told my boyfriend, I was like, damn, like we just gave this man like almost 10 bucks. And we didn't give the other lady anything. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no, I can't. Girl, when I tell you I pulled out a 20 from my wallet, I was like, what's 20 bucks? What's 20 bucks? I don't give a fuck about no 20 damn dollars. That's nothing to me right now. Hell no, I don't give a fuck. We pull up. I pull up to the lady and I'm like, "Here you go, ma'am." Oh my gosh, she got up so quick. She got up so quick. She took the 20. She was like, "God bless, God bless, God bless." And I was like, "You're welcome. Have a beautiful day." And I just love doing that. Like something just it does something to me. It just fulfills me. Just knowing that I was able to help someone, like it literally warms my heart. And that's literally all I want to do. Like with this podcast, like I want to connect with people who feel some way and I want to help them. I want to put a smile on their face. I want to make you feel heard and seen. I want to just make people feel like it's okay to just not have everything figured out, and it's okay because I'm struggling the same way you are and you're not alone, and that's the message that I want to have for this podcast. And yeah, I'm literally like defeated right now. Defeated talking about all this stuff. I'm like like it's hurting my heart and I want to go help someone right now. But what a beautiful episode, beautiful manifestation episode. I'm so glad that I could be here another day with you guys, and I want to say that help people, spread positivity. If you see someone who needs help, be there for them, give them just even like listening. The smallest things like that can even help, and that's what I want you guys to take from this episode. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna conclude today's episode. I'm so happy that I could sit here and talk to you guys. It's either you guys or my journal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I do also want to say I am gonna be filming a new YouTube video after this where I install a wig. Yes, a wig for the first time. I've never installed a wig ever before. I am going to be drinking a little bit because I can't smoke because then I'm going to have fucking anxiety attacks. But I'm going to install a wig, make a funny ass video out of it. If you guys are interested in that, go check out my second channel at Just Chris here on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, all at Just Chris. Or actually my TikTok is Too Lit Chris, but all of my links are going to be down below. Please check me out. Follow me. Keep up with me. Subscribe to this podcast. You can also find it on Apple Music, Spotify. I think that's it for now. I don't know if there's any other platforms where you can listen to it, but if you look me up anywhere, you can find me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode. I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one. The next episode that I have planned is going to be a good one, so stay tuned. And I love you guys so much. Please be good, spread positivity, be kind. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next episode of Just Chris's podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.